Okay, guys, so before I start, I just wanted to confirm and make sure that you understand that we do need to still get that remedial works done on the external side. So that was the cost proposal that I sent through. I know that you factored that in with the vendor and they've removed that from the cost of the sale, which is great. Moving forward, I'd now like to look into presenting my cost proposal based off the information that you have sent through. So, my buildability and my previous builds, I've been able to populate a lot of data to be able to factor in materials, labor, contractors, works. So then we can just get together a cost. You can then review it, and then we can look at proceeding when you're ready. So I just wanted to go through and explain everything. So at the start, we've got this drop down menu, which is the termite treated area for the subfloor because there has been termites. It'd be good to try and get that done. So there's an allowance being made for this. The electrical connection, which is the remove and repair. So we need to make safe before demolition, and we need to check rewiring and making sure that they're all up to standard. That's the same with the plumbing. Before we commence demolition, all those things need to happen. And then demolition, we've got the asbestos removal, the removal of timber flooring members, the internal door, wall lining, the ceiling, floor protection for other areas, so then we can gain access to the house and not cause any problems to existing floorboards. We'd remove the cabinets, the appliances, fixtures, finishes, the wet area. All this would be factored in the demolition. And then we go through with the timber members, so we'd be able to do a new subfloor, which is the joists and bearers, and then we'd come in with a little bit of framework that's needed for where that cavity slider is. So we factored that in. The roofing area, so again, this is the remedial repairs up on the roof, the gutters, the fascia, all that. Then I've also put in a little bit of electrical work, so I just wasn't sure, but this could be adjusted if you need. So we, maybe adding in some downlights, some a new exhaust fan, the dimmers, if you need, and some power points. They can be removed if you don't want any of that. So this is where I want to be as transparent as possible. So I want to send this through to you guys, which I don't have a PDF yet, but I will potentially tomorrow. Apologies, but go through this video and have a look at the drop down menus that I'm selecting. Internal doors, which is the cavity slider, so that's supply and install. And then we've got the ceiling. So in the bathroom, I'd recommend we remove that existing ceiling and then we put in some moisture resistant, which is moisture resistant plasterboard. The laundry, we've got the sink, skirt tiles, flooring, cabinets, and splashback has all been allowed for. So obviously we could remove some of that if that's looking to be a bit more of a cost than you were expecting. And again, once we go and have a look at that floor, if the floor looks okay, we don't touch any of this, this can be removed just for your information. And then we've got the bathroom. You've got the basin, shower, toilet, bath. This would all be new, and linear grate to shower, ceiling height, full ceiling high tiles. So that could be an adjustment if you need to. Maybe it'll only go to a meter high with like a chair rail that wraps around. Floor tiling would need to be done, and then the cabinet. So there's no stone allowance in that little cabinet. It'll just be a standard sort of melamine laminated bench top. So that's your allowance for there. And then you've also got painting the walls and ceiling. There's supervision, which is allowed for with our labor as well. This has all been factored in. And the general labor as well. This has all been factored in, so we can populate a cost. So once that's all been put in, if I go through to the next area, and so I'll be able to put a cost together for you guys. So you can see demolition, timber, and then down the bottom, once all this is factored in, it gives you a cost of 110,966. So have a look at it, go through everything, but there's always adjustments if needed or additions if needed as well. So I'm happy to talk more about it, but I wanted to present this via video and then just go through what your thoughts are. Have a look over the weekend, and I'll hear back from you on Monday, Tuesday, and we can go from there. But looking forward to working with you both. Thanks for that. Bye.